Good morning, guys. Sorry I couldn't be there again today, but this stomach thing keeps hanging on. I want to take a few moments to talk about your worries and concerns, the ones you gave me on the paper yesterday. I stopped in after school to get things ready for today and I saw them. I want to try and calm your worries and fears and let you know that it's okay. So, here are the four big questions that I saw. Will we have enough time? How will I be graded? And some of you also phrase this as well as the focus. What type of video will we create and what is the focus of this project? And we'll talk about that. First, will we have enough time? Yes, but only if you use it wisely. You will not be happy with your product if you do not use your time wisely in class today and tomorrow. By the time you leave today, you should have your script written, and I'll talk more about your script later. Second question, how will it be graded? Easy, you won't. So why are we doing it? A couple reasons. First, I want to make sure that we tie your language arts and social studies class together. You've been talking a lot about historical related themes, specifically slavery and social studies. Second, it's an engaging assignment. Many of you had talked about how excited you were to be able to create crafts for this video and to work with friends. This is a fun assignment to do. And finally, it's the practice for the fourth quarter. You'll create a Common Craft video for a grade later on at the end of the quarter. The major project this quarter will be an individual research project. After you've completed your individual research project, you'll take time to work in collaborative groups to create a Common Craft video that's graded. So I wanted to give you time to practice one first. Well, what type of video will I create? Let me show you an example of one. This is from another class, and I think this one's okay. I'm not showing you a great one. I think you can do better than this one. However, this is pretty good. So take a look and watch this for a minute.
When people think of the California Gold Rush, they think of many people striking it rich, new towns being built, outlaws, etc. But there's a lot more to it than that.
Notice the simple craft.
This is the California Gold Rush in a nutshell.
The first discovery of gold was in 1848 by James Marshall while building a mill for John Sutter. They tried to keep the discovery a secret until a store owner named Samuel Brennan let the word fly that gold was discovered. Brennan became one of the wealthiest men in the early years of the gold rush.
In 1849, people from all over ran to California with gold fever, hoping to...
You get the point. There's also an example of one of these on the 41A Human Experience Slavery. You'll see the Common Craft video example. I think this one's a little bit better, to be honest. Again, you're using these simply done, simply drawn crafts to illustrate a story. Watch this video. Now, this is created by a teacher, not me. It's a little boring, but it gives you some good ideas and tips for creating your own. I suggest you get out a pencil and paper and write down these 5 steps and the tips he gives you.
This video will demonstrate the steps needed to make a great Common Craft style video. Its main purpose is to break down the ideas into simple to understand pictures describing the process. This video is how to create a descriptive video in plain English. Step 1. Form a group and choose your topic. Your teacher will provide you with a list of topics to choose from, or you will be assigned a topic by the teacher. Step 2. Come up with a game plan. Break down your topic into simple steps. The life cycle of a butterfly is easily broken down into 4 steps: the egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and finally, the butterfly. Step 3. Write down your narration first. Remember to keep your explanations as simple as possible. This is a time to note what pictures you will need to create your explanation video. The entire group needs to participate in this phase of the process. Step 4. Create your paper cutouts. To make them easier to see in the video, try to keep your pictures about 5 inches tall. Bold, dark lines make it easier to see in the video. Keep the pictures as simple as possible. Adding too much bling takes up too much class time. Boo! Nice, simple, easy to use pictures are wonderful to use in your presentation. Yay! Step 5. Practice. Rehearse your narration. Practice moving the pieces in order to see which tweaks need to be done. Once you get to go ahead to create your video, you don't want to take up too much time. Your entire video should be about 3 minutes in length. It should take you no more than 10 to 15 minutes to create the entire video. Step 6. Record your video. You will need at least 2 people, one on each side of the camera to move the pieces in and take pieces out. Another person will be the narrator, while a 4th person will watch the video screen to make sure things are in their proper place. While the narration is being said, the person in charge of sliding the pieces in should have the next piece in place. If the entire video can be done in one take, fantastic. If a scene...
He goes on to talk about editing the video, and we're going to do ours all in one take. I'll show you another little picture or video to help you with this process later. But hopefully these 5 or 6 steps really help to explain what you'll be doing in this project. The focus. Many of you ask about the specific focus. The focus is to create a 1 or 2 minute common craft type video. Use simple crafts, simple language, but answer your question in detail. Remember, your question is, what was life like for the millions of people that were slaves in our country? You're telling us the human experience of slaves in the United States. Too many times this quarter, you'll see we'll get bogged down in talking about how something impacted history. You know, how politicians argued over should we allow slavery to go west or not. How people said we should end slavery, and we'll forget about what the slaves themselves experienced. I want you to take time this week to talk about what the slaves experienced. So today, hopefully once you've had these questions and worries answered, you're feeling ready to go. I want you to complete your research and write your script today so you have an answer for your question and you have a good research-based detailed answer to your driving question. If you have time today, it'd be great for you to create your crafts or visuals. This way you can illustrate your story and practice filming it tomorrow. Some things to think about if you decide to create your crafts today. Remember, mark your script as you write probably where you'll use visuals. This helps you and me when it comes time to filming. And when you're creating your visuals, keep them simple. Here are examples of professionally done Common Craft scripts, or visuals, excuse me. Keep them about 3 to 5 inches in length and use bold, thick lines so that the camera can pick up on them. Finally, before you leave today, make sure you organize your crafts and your scripts so you know what you'll need to do tomorrow. Remember, you want to be able to practice tomorrow so you can film on Thursday. Let me take a second to show you some things that I've added to your 4.1a Human Experience of Slavery page. Again, today it says research your video for Tuesday and begin writing the script. If you look down here, there are 3 links for helpful research. The first link you see here is a list of sites and sources from the library that Mrs. Potter put together. There are so many sources here, it's unbelievable. The second one is one of the sources, the links you can find on Mrs. Potter's site, but it's awesome. This link will take you to interviews of people that lived their lives as slaves. It's part of the Writers Project of America in the 1930s. They'll interview people who grew up as slaves and they'll talk to you about what life was like as a slave. So for those of you who don't like to read and would rather hear history, this is a great place to go. The third one is a PBS site that provides you with a vast amount of resources you want to help answer your driving question. If you use any of these 3 sites, it'll take you to great places for your information. Again, don't forget, if you have questions for me, please put them in this questions form so I can help answer them. Here's another Common Craft example about the Oregon Trail. And the last one is this video that I just showed you before. Don't forget to use these resources if you need help. Good luck. I'm feeling hopefully that I should be back tomorrow.